My name is Sebastian Bouvier, and I am the owner of Survivors of Suicide. It started in December of 2008 by a lovely lady called Chrissy Sinclair. She started it as a peer support group for people who were recovering from survivors of suicide, basically, as a place for them to get support from each other. And then it's kind of grown since there. I took it over because, SOS was very helpful for me during my recovery after I had my attempt and my diagnosis. And when Chrissy started getting unwell in real life and had to cut back, um, I sort of took on more and more responsibilities until eventually she gave the group to me to make sure it keeps running for other people who needs it.
How have you been keeping up with SOS all these years?
There's still a need for it. Unfortunately, it's one of those things. There's always going to be a need for groups like ours. But I find it very rewarding to turn what was a very traumatic experience in my life into something positive where I can make a positive impact on someone else's lives. And I think that's pretty much what we do here is help each other.
How do you think a group like this can help people in Second Life itself?
It's a good question. A lot of people in Second Life are introverts. So we spend a lot of time cocooned in our own rooms or houses in real life, and we have this second life in this virtual world. But it's very real to a lot of people. And one of the things I find in the context of SOS is that it allows people who are literally going through some of the worst times in their lives to just stay at home in their pajamas and still be able to hang out virtually, but still hang out with other people who are experiencing or have experienced similar issues. So I think it's a great way to get support when you're not able to leave the house in real life.
If it's okay to ask you, how did SOS group help you to the point where you wanted to take it over?
It was after my suicide attempt in 2011. I had been in a psychiatric hospital for a while. I was diagnosed with a bipolar disorder. And then I moved out to the coast by the seaside, close to my sister. And I didn't really know anyone in this area. So logging into ESEL was a way for me to kind of connect with people when I wasn't really feeling like being too sociable in real life and still finding my feet. Then I came across SOS and they did support group meetings and I started hanging out with them. And I find it very, very helpful to be able to share my experiences, but also learn from other people who's gone through it. Because at that time, I had so many questions and no answers and nowhere to turn to for that support. And then as I recovered, I started being more active and started helping others. That's kind of brought us to where we are today, I think.
With a safe place like this, you can expect to make new friends, I assume.
Oh, yes, lots of friends. I'm like some of the members actually describe us as a family because we are kind of a large group of friends and we look after each other. And we realize that occasionally we're going to have bad days and then we're there for each other. Then we have some good days and we're also there for each other and laugh. And no, I've made some really good friends here.
What type of support does SOS offer to people in Second Life?
We offer a few different kinds of support. Well, I should make clear that it's all peer support. None of us are mental health professionals, and we don't replace medication or therapy. This is just like an added support that you get from peers who have been through similar things. But we do three things. We have peer support group meetings. Now we have one every day of the week. Some are general and some are for more specific issues like anxiety or depression, etc. We have several in the pipeline for that as well. Then we obviously have the group chat, which is quite active. If you're having a rough day, you can always reach out in there and find someone to talk with. And then we have also the mentors, which are basically at the core of what we do. The mentors are people who have really been through the ringer and come out the other side with a lot of insight and experience. They can help others who are going through difficult times. And you can find them on the boards inside the lobby in the clubhouse, just as you enter on the right hand side.
What else goes on for the members of SOS apart from the daily meetings?
Yes, we do. On Fridays at 7 a.m., we have an informal gathering with games, etc., downstairs in the Garden of Games. And then we do run sort of ongoing little events. We're doing something called the Optimistic October at the moment, which is basically This can often be a depressing time of year for many. So we have a little diary that we give out, and then every day you pick up a new note card, and it'll tell you something to focus on. Like on the first day was something that made me smile today, which I think is nice. It's so you can take a few moments and kind of write a little journal entry about something that made you smile. So just little optimistic things for October. Although it's not always the same every month, it kind of rolls over and changes a little bit depending on what we're doing. But we try to have something happening all the time that people can sort of take part in. Okay, so we just started, last month, although it's still in the process of building up, but it's live now. We have our own radio station called SOS Radio, where we play 24/7 upbeat, happy, cheerful music, and also we have scheduled guided meditation twice a day on there as well. Saturday the 26th. We're having a little Halloween gathering from 2 p.m. SLT, lasting until whenever, apparently. But we have three sets of DJs, starting at 2 p.m., another one at 4 p.m., and then another one starting at 7 p.m. So it'll be quite a long party. But there's going to be a costume contest, and you can bob for apples and get nice little gacha items. So it's going to be a fun night out, I think. Then we have our Christmas fair, which is coming up, which basically runs for the whole month of December. So because we rely entirely on donations and offer all our services for free to anyone who needs them, this is kind of our main fundraising event. So we use this opportunity to spread awareness that we exist, spread awareness about suicide prevention and mental health in general. So a lot of SL designers are coming to sell their goods in support of our organization. We'll have lots of really cool entertainment for the whole month, with lots of nice little parties, lots of giveaways, a giant raffle, etc. So that's basically what's coming up in December. So, like, one last thing I wanted to say as well is that we are here 24/7, and we have over 1,200 members now. So there is always someone here. If you are in trouble, if you are struggling, don't keep it to yourself. Like, reach out to someone. Reach out to someone in our group. And if you're shy about coming here on your main, um, we're all anonymous behind the pixels. So get yourself a little alt or something, and then nobody will really know who you are. And we're here. We don't judge. We're here to listen and help in any way that we can.
Well, thank you so much, Sebastian, for showing me around and taking your time to explain everything.
And that's fine. And thank you so much as well for taking all the time to do this. We really appreciate that so much. You have no idea.